Welcome, everybody, to the 4th episode of Hot Rod Blues Podcast. Woohoo. And we are on video. How about
Yay, look at that. Hey.
We're on video and audio. So hopefully everything will go good because it's only taken us 12 hours to set this up.
It wasn't 12. It was 10 and a half.
Superman does good.
Yeah, right.
Everything will go well.
Right.
Yes. So, all right. Introduce myself. My name is Shawn Brereton. I'm with Auto Enthusiast Network. And to my right, I have Mike Abbott.
Steel Rose Metal Co.
Javier Augustine, Bomber Steel Customs.
And I'm the other Sean Young from Kingfisher Metalworks.
That's right. Wow, he sounds too sexy on this phone.
I know.
Hey, man.
And he looks
too sexy.
Too
Yeah,
sexy.
I am. I'm bringing it, guys.
Yes. I got to say, first off, the microphones are really, really cool. They're a little hot, but that's all right. But Javier did an awesome job.
That wasn't.
What do you
just
mean
me.
the microphones were hot? Like you stole them?
Oh, no, they're hot as in like little, we
We're gonna have to
got to
have
be
quality.
careful. We got to be careful here. We can't be our normal.
We'll fix it in post.
That's right. Yeah.
You
So-
were saying something about Javier?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
So I have to state the obvious or bring up the obvious. Mike is drinking expensive whiskey and smoking
Big
expensive
cigars.
cigars.
I actually am not drinking
it's
whiskey
bourbon.
yet.
Oh,
I'm not drinking whiskey
bourbon.
yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. He's on that. but it's
Mike has
bourbon.
become the passengers on that Johnny Cash train.
Yeah, I would
I
consider him
hear
more of
the
a.
train a coming.
He's more of a white trash Hugh Hefner,
Yeah.
I think.
Or
Wow.
just
Tell me what you really think.
I think Hugh Hefner was just a rich. He's just. Rich
How do we
version
know
of
that Hugh Hefner wasn't white trash?
Well,
Oh, he
But
was.
I don't-
Clearly.
He walked around in a velvet robe all day.
Yeah.
That is white trash as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm just hating on him.
Yeah, if you ever saw the chandeliers and all that stuff in the Playboy Mansion, it's probably
Have you been?
Yeah, his mom worked there for years.
Wow.
How'd she get out?
Nice. All right. So before we get going too far, I want somebody to explain that why that was on my car.
What is this?
Oh.
Why the hell are
Don't
you looking at me?
Uh-huh.
Look, if you got black penises on your car, I think that's because you put them there.
Yeah. There were only 3 of those, and I don't know how long they were on there, but that's
How
cute.
long was it in your pocket?
Yeah.
You just carry that
The
around
whole
with
day.
you? You've been waiting this whole day while
Yes.
we've been around each other. Went to
Yes.
lunch,
To
went
say,
antiquing.
Oh my God!
Had
Yeah.
to be on the podcast.
Hold on.
you
We
went
can't tell.
antiquing?
We can't tell people about going antiquing.
Paybacks.
That's a
are
different antiquing.
hell.
Look
Yeah.
it up. It's an
No.
Urban Dictionary.
No.
Antiquing. Look it up.
Listen,
Yeah, I just don't want to tell people that we do that.
I don't
Street
have a
credit
problem.
gone.
I'll look straight at the camera. I antique. I'm not ashamed.
We went to New Jersey with Javier. Matt and I did, and true to his word, before we could get out of the state, we went antiquing.
I paid a lot of money for that. You know, there was a toll that I didn't account for.
Yeah.
Like, so that whatever the hell I bought, I don't even remember what I bought there. It cost me another $50. There was a little piece of New Jersey that they charge you extra. I think it's like the Germantown of New Jersey.
Oh
you
my gosh.
drive over that whatever that bridge
Cape
was.
May? Is
Cape
that-
May. Yeah. Cape I pay is what it was.
Yeah.
Because I paid like 50
Wait,
bucks. to go.
because you bought something, you had to pay?
No, he didn't pay a toll. He skipped the toll. They
I
don't
didn't
play with
skip
that.
it. Well, I didn't even skip it. You know what? That thing's a trap. Driving
Was
up
it the turnpike?
It could have been.
Oh, the
I don't
turnpike
know.
is a trap.
I don't
I
think
think
it
we
was
paid
a-
for that
Yeah,
one.
it's
No,
a
it
trap.
was just a Cape May gotcha tax
Yeah,
is
like-
what it was.
I got you.
And you don't,
tax.
yeah, no, and you don't know until two or 3 months later. And I had drive out tags, so I was like, they didn't get me.
No, they got you.
Jim Carrey Chevrolet, love you guys. They totally gave up the goods. They turned state's evidence.
They
They're like,
turned
no,
evidence
we
on
did-
you.
We sold that truck to that dude.
Oh, wow.
But that's fair because I did. buy
No,
the
they
truck.
should have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. We sold
They're
that
not
thing
gonna
years
pay that. I wouldn't
ago.
expect them to pay.
They wouldn't pay it. They'd just be like, I don't know.
No, they'd
we
pay it.
sold that.
They'd pay it.
Yeah.
They'd pay it. Wow.
I mean, everybody in Memphis has got a drive out tag. though.
Right.
That's
I mean,
Memphis. That's not New Jersey.
I know, but I mean, how do they keep track of all of them? That's what my point is.
They don't.
Well, the thing is like Javier had a actual valid drive out tag,
which is
not an illegal drive
I mean,
out tag.
you know,
There's a difference.
You know what?
Made
That's
up
what.
one.
If it had been illegal, it would have come back to
Yeah.
some guy named Josh in California.
Why does
Yeah.
it got to be Josh?
Yeah.
Are we offending a Josh?
No.
It's
Then
like,
yeah, Josh.
If it was in California, it'd be Jose, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Oh,
Here
I'm
we
not
go.
gonna. You know what? Just
Why
I'm not
is it
even
so
gonna do the
damn
Mexican
smoked?
accent. That's
Yeah.
not gonna
Just
happen.
broke it.
You're not gonna tee me up today. Anyway, We're here
Anyway.
for cars, right?
Yeah, let's talk about
Wait,
some
no,
cars.
wait, no. You were going to say something about Javier earlier. What were you?
Yeah. Javier built our mic stands.
I'm glad
That's-
you
that's
brought that
true.
up.
That's true.
Now that you brought that up unsolicited, I'll
Did
say
a
that you
really
helped
great
do
job.
that. I was actually trying to include you in on
Yeah, I
that.
appreciate it. I
Did you
I
help?
held some stuff and maybe tacked one or two.
He held some
That's
stuff.
right.
Okay,
And then he put it in his pocket and walked around all morning with it.
That's right.
So
I took some
whichever one
pictures.
falls apart, that'll be the one you tack together.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
We
right,
went
cool.
back over it.
Yeah.
We went
Yeah.
back over the wells.
But they're very cool. So very nice.
No.
Have a little-
We
have a
actually,
little
all three of
counterweight.
us actually had something to do with
Yeah.
these things. So
Yeah, they're cool.
if you'd like to buy
Parts.
these, put an order in. You can't. They're exclusive.
That's right.
Contact me on my personal message. I need the money.
Yeah. No. Man, I've had hell of a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard you crying earlier about
Man.
busyness.
Man, seriously, I've had the most up and down week. It's not even funny. Like,
Yeah?
seriously. Yeah.
Well, I imagine with your dad's stuff,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
Start out with my dad having a stroke on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I found out that one of my set of photos made it into the Robb Report, which
Yeah,
is,
Yeah, that was cool,
That's a big
man.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I'll let you know right now. I clicked the like button on that because that's
Thanks.
what.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
really
Hey,
care,
hey, that's what
you
friends
do.
are for.
That's
Because
right.
that's what
I-
friends are
I
for.
put the sad button on your dad thing. I was
Yeah,
really concerned
yeah.
about that. I'm glad
Yeah.
he's-
I appreciate that.
Javier's good with emojis.
To be fair-
He's really got that going on. His
to be
emo-
fair, I did call you
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did. He
I-
did.
I
so
texted.
he called
and
to
let
check
you
on
know
him.
that I.
He
hit
has
the
all the
sad
inside
button.
stuff and he knew all about. So
Yeah.
but no, he's doing better and he'll have a little bit of physical therapy and stuff, but good. So so happy about that. And then so it's like up down. But so I had that, and then had the media trade conference this week, which was awesome. It's like speed dating with
Oh, that was actually a pretty good sound
Whoa,
effect.
hey, speed dating.
All right,
Ding,
yeah.
next.
Unintentional.
That's pretty much what it is when
Yeah.
when you're there live. They have a bell in between, but we did it online this year, and so it's speed dating. You get 30 minutes with a manufacturer between the media and the manufacturers, and so I had some great meetings, and got to network with a lot of people, and of course talked about the Hot Rod podcast, the Hot Rod Blues podcast. I got to take this. I'm taking this watch off.
You and that big watch.
My big fat watch.
Jeez.
Doesn't work. Well, this thing's like,
Wow, that's kind of like
stop
a.
touching.
hey, we need to. That could be in between rounds.
What, are we about to box? We can box. We talked about this before.
There will be no more organic beer for you before.
Right.
It's the organicness that's getting to me.
Yeah.
But,
Reminds me of one of my trips to China when I was outside of this Buddhist temple and they have the big gongs and all
right,
of
the
that.
gong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I oddly enough, and I did the Eddie Murphy Golden Child thing.
Yeah.
That spinning.
Spun it.
I did.
That's
I
Tibetan.
want the nut knife. And I was
And then he
giggling.
spins it again. Please.
And I was giggling, and all these Asian people were going, what the hell is that all about? But yes, crazy white
Yeah, 'cause
round-eyed American.
Because you were
Right.
probably like being really rude to their culture or something by doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is.
Yeah.
It's not even probably. It's 110%.
Yeah, exactly. But
I did it. But I did it.
That's
Surprised
right,
you didn't
that's
get
right.
stuck with a knife after,
yeah.
after you left.
They're not shooters; they're stabbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know.
Well, they can't have guns there. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
that's hilarious.
It's hard
But,
to rise up.
no, hey, so all right. So continuing my week.
Yeah.
So I also had. I made the cover of All Chevy Performance.
Yeah, seen
this
that.
one coming out this
Seen
week. So
that.
pretty cool.
This is the
Pretty cool.
Shawn Barrington
That's right. It's all
episode,
about me.
just so you
Yes.
It's all about
Yes,
me. That's
yes.
right. Well, y'all always have a whole bunch of stuff that I rolled this car out and did that car. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Yeah.
So, but no, really cool. And up, down.
Right.
Yeah. So it's been all right. It's good.
Yeah.
So, and my car's now making some kind of crazy noise in the front. I gotta
Yeah.
figure that one out.
Yeah.
All right. So that was my car week. And hopefully this week I'm just gonna be working on cars. I have got to get my vintage air hooked up.
Yeah. Get that noise worked out. That
Your
drummed
vintage
up.
air. That's
Yeah, I've got vintage air. I've got
It's
whole new-
January, man. You got to
I know.
get started
Well,
on your air
it's
conditioning
heat.
early.
Well, it's
Oh.
heat too.
Okay.
Ah.
So it's the whole system. But my Ford compressor blew up into the system and trashed it. So I had to get another. I have a
Whole
vintage air
system.
system, yeah, but because it's got the 09 GT Ford GT500 motor in it,
Yeah.
Vintage Air doesn't make a compressor for that
Right.
because of the way that hooks up. So had to use the Fomaco one, and it ate itself, and I didn't know it did. So I bought another compressor, brought another dryer, put it on.
I wish you had told me, man.
And
I've got one for that motor. I'm not going to be running AC on my sedan
because he's a man.
And also, it's got like 30 holes that air will be blowing.
Yeah, right.
Because he's a man,
and he will not be daily driving that car.
You don't know that.
You're not daily driving.
You don't know me.
You really don't know.
You are not going to put the miles on it.
I daily drive a lot.
I'm going to put the miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
I daily drive a lot of cars with no AC.
I know. I hear you.
Wait, so are you saying that because you know me or because you don't think?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I think it was a stab at your heritage.
It was not a heritage stab.
Straight to the stabbing again.
I'm not going to do it. I think they're trying to prime me up to do the voice. I'm not going to do it. We're on video now, man. Things are different.
Things are different.
People are obviously able to see that I'm not a dirty looking Mexican. I have a lot of explaining to do. Oh, you did it. It's there.
Yes.
Maybe
it's
I just. Is this better for you at home?
Hold on, I got a Sharpie. We'll draw it in.
I'll wear one. If it makes everyone comfortable, I'll put one on. I promise I used to sound like this.
Right.
Wow.
Many years of English.
Anyway, back then.
So much better.
I'm regressing. Soon I will cross the river back to my people. With all of the money.
Hey, that right there, though, that reminded me of Ozark started back up, 4th season.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know.
We're going to talk about TV now?
No, we're not going to do that.
TV, man.
Look, first of all,
look, I'm just
formula.
saying, that it's Mexican drug lord. They have
what?
And it's in Arkansas.
So you guys must be related.
It's the Navarro
Do you know
drug
that guy?
cartel.
Yes, I know
your
the
cousin,
actor
right?
that plays that guy in that fake movie. Come on, man.
Y'all know each other.
Since we're talking about shows, I'm watching Resident Alien on Sci-Fi. You want to check that out? The new season dropped on Wednesday. Can we move on? Thank you. Yeah.
I hear you. All right. What car you got? What are you doing?
This is
What are you
Mike.
working
This is Mike.
Mike,
you're
Mike. Mike's your turn, I guess. What are you working on?
It's me. Oh, we're working on too much, man.
We got all this behind us.
Yeah.
See, we can actually show people now.
We're actually in my shop.
That's right.
So
We are in Mike's shop.
Yeah, we're working on a lot of stuff. We just finished a F100.
And that right there is scrappy.
We literally
Yeah.
drove it out of the shop.
Yeah, he came and picked it up this morning. And then we got a Impala out there, 62 Impala that's just outside the door that we got to finish it up.
Yeah.
First thing Monday morning. And then jump back on the Camaro. We got hours throw at the Nash.
Nash.
The black one that's been here.
Ernie's
truck,
cars.
the truck,
Ernie's
truck.
cars and Nash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Truck.
And then of course, we got
that was the other thing I did this week. I sent out a print of the 52 Nash that I took. So that's why I
back
had
to you.
Nash
We're back to you.
I had to, man. Yeah.
I see how you loop that in.
We got a 51 shoebox out there that's waiting on a sale panel.
I don't know who that belongs to. They dropped it off years ago, and
at another completely different shop. That thing has followed you to
it keeps following me. It's like a stalker ex-girlfriend. Everywhere I go, that car shows up.
So tell us about that Ute. It's got a cool story.
It does have a cool story. It is
Ernie. This one's for you, pal.
Yeah. The story goes, in 1934, it was imported to Australia, brand new. It got imported to two brothers. They had a company there. Well, they made up their own company, and supposedly, as the story goes, that Nash was the very first Nash that the very first brothers that decided to make cars into Utes, which is basically
it's an El Camino.
Right. It's an Australian version of El Camino. And from what I gather, and I'm not 100% on it, please feel free to fact check me. But I think that for a long time there was some sort of weird stipulation on imports that they couldn't import trucks. So they started making them out of sedans and whatever else. I mean, they made them out of everything, but supposedly that is the very first one that has ever been made.
This one?
The 1934 Nash. The Nash.
Quite possibly the rarest Ute ever made.
Yeah, that is supposedly the very first one, and it was the only one that they made in 1934.
Basically,
that exact
that
one.
exact one sitting right over
sitting
there is the Kevin Bacon of
of
Nashes.
youth. Yeah. That is.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone in
so
Australia wouldn't let it dance,
and
and
that
it came in and decided it wanted to be a truck.
that's kind of the reason why, that car has been a long and ongoing project. It was imported there. It was used for the better part of 30 years as an ice truck. So it delivered blocks of ice through Australia. I don't know why they would do that with a truck. It seems like by the time the ice got to your house, it would just be covered with dirt and crap, but whatever.
Yeah.
They used that thing. The entire inside of the bed when it first came was galvanized metal. They just, everything was wood frame. It's Nash. It's like a GM. So it was wood frame to the cab, wood frame in the bed. And they just took sheet metal, whatever they had, and just hammered it over the wood frame. And that was the bodywork.
Yeah.
So when it came, that's the way that it was. Most of that stuff was rotted out from, carrying, it was hauling water.
I was going to say,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
it
that sucker was warped like crazy.
Yeah. So of course we started pulling all that stuff apart. And again, where's the aftermarket dealer for a 1934 Nash Ute that
Ice truck.
it was only one?
Yeah.
Handmade by some brothers in Australia. So everything on that thing is handmade. We've handmade the bulk. It's easier for me to tell people what was factory than it is for me to list off all of the things.
It's got a lot of Corvette parts on it. Too.
Yeah, the suspension's been reworked to a Corvette front end, rear end. C3 independent rear, a narrowed Corvette rack and pinion steering. It's going to be LS powered. A lot of that stuff wasn't my choosing. I don't know that he's going to use the 6.0 or not.
So
right now it's mock. Well, the motor that's in it, he was going to use that motor, but we pulled the heads off probably, I don't know, last year or something like that. And he was told it was a good motor, but it had a blown head gasket. Had he known that when he got it, it would have been fine. But the coolant set in that cylinder and just ate that cylinder up.
Maybe you'll re-sleeve it maybe.
But he's got another motor on back burner. And he's probably going to throw that in it. I don't remember which one it is, but yeah. So
cool.
What
about you, Shawn?
That's the Nash.
Man, the only thing I've done this week is I installed the stick for my 5-speed. So if you look on the floor, there's a stick coming out, and it's about yay.
How was that?
It's sticks up out of the floor.
Where did it wind up landing? Did it land in a good spot?
It's kind of far back.
Yeah.
I've got it bent and tilted forward where it misses the dashboard by probably 8 inches.
Wow, that's good.
It's so tall that it's got such a long throw.
Right.
I'm kind of cool with it. I think it's
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of fun.
You're snatching
exactly.
gears,
Yeah, slamming through them.
Yeah,
I'm never going to be quick with it.
Right,
but it's kind of cool. They make a kit that you can space that shifter body up off of the transmission.
Yeah,
and it'll shorten the throw.
You're right.
I may do it, but the stick is still so long that it's going to have such a long throw.
What shifter is it?
It's just a factory.
I mean, not shifter, but what
T5.
transit?
It's a
T5.
world class T5.
Yeah,
world class, baby.
World class,
worldwide.
Just like Javier.
Well, I can probably help you with the shifter position.
Okay.
So I've got a low car axis shift.
Oh,
and you can put that thing wherever you want. So
really,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I've got.
You heard it here
so
first, folks.
Right.
You
Hard
can
swapping on the table.
You can put that thing wherever you want.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, low car like 2 years ago.
No more blanners before.
Came out with a thing called axis shift, and it allows you to put that shifter. You can change it to the side.
It's a universal
360
degrees.
Really,
shifter.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's cool. So you drove the truck though. I saw you posted.
I didn't drive that thing.
Well, you had this really poignant thing that you said. Someone was glad you weren't dead because they saw your truck again.
Well, no, because they hadn't seen my truck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But then they saw it again. And
no,
they didn't see again. That was an old picture. They saw him,
and they realized you weren't dead.
They thought he was dead because the truck quit showing up.
That's sad.
Yeah,
it's just a sign of the times.
Yeah, that's it.
It really is
exactly it. So it's a sign that I need to get my ass under that car and get it knocked out. That's what it means.
Yeah.
But we're close. If I had, where I work on my car is actually in the driveway. So, until our shop's ready.
We're working on that.
I know. I'm giving you grief. So, but once that's rolling, but for now I'm in the driveway and I've kind of got to wait on the weather, know, and that's kind of how I've always done it.
That was a fun phone call. Hey man, you coming back from lunch? Like, yeah, I should be heading back from lunch. Maybe you can swing by and just help me stab this transmission real quick. Of course, I'm like, absolutely, I'll come on by.
Yeah.
And I know the moment that I hang up the phone, I'm like, he's acting like we just stick this up there.
Yeah.
Like, and it's done.
Yeah.
Well,
see, you're going to get me in so much trouble.
No,
I'm not afraid about the crap that you're going to talk. I'm afraid about your wife, taking you away from your job to come help me do shit in my driveway.
It didn't take that long.
But it didn't.
More to that point, though, that's the whole thing with cars, especially if you're impassioned and driven to do your project. You have this time warp, like there's this quantum thing that goes along. You're like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and hey, it's no big deal, man. Yeah, I have my buddy Trey, and I always be like, yeah, man, a couple hours, no problem. We'll get under there and knock it out. 8 hours later, it's cold in the garage because the sun has set 2 hours ago. Right. And you're like, if I could just get this one last nut, we can drive this thing off.
I know.
And
I know.
You never want to put it down. You'll skip eating. You'll skip everything.
You're almost mad when your wife calls. It's time for dinner. It's like, you know.
I feel guilty. I'm not married, but,
Yeah, see, I work.
I could imagine feeling guilty.
Do you feel lonely?
My wife started.
I got another.
My
dog.
wife has kind of figured it out by now. Like, because it used to be she'd open the door, and be like, "Are you gonna be much longer?" And then stuff starts flying out from underneath the car or whatever. Now she just lets.
It's completely different for me. I work on cars all day, every single day. So it is never that case with me. Like I have mental. I've just from years of working on cars, it's just mental like stopping points. Like before I start, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get to this point, and then I'm calling it a day because I know that if I try and push past this point, it's only going to go downhill. So
the mistakes get made, or you start making substitutions.
Right. But here's the one thing though. I'm at a 2-car garage, and if I'm working on one, I got to push one out.
Right.
And I got to be
so
done.
You want to get as much done as
lucky.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Right. He's acting like he's so misfortunate. And Sean's like, I'm in a driveway.
A lot of times
the
do
sad
stuff
thing is
in
when
my
I started,
driveway.
I have a 2-car garage that's full of stuff. So I did this in the summertime. I do this horrible thing where I make like a little shade, an awning.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. I've been involved.
Yes.
I've been involved.
The neighbors are like, he's at it again.
Yeah.
Call code enforcement. Why are they on speed now? Yeah. I don't know.
I tell you, it's a little rewarding when you're looking back at your picture and you see your truck in your driveway and it's a frame and a cab sitting in your driveway.
Absolutely.
And you know what it took to get it back.
Yeah, right. It's also alarming when you go on Google Earth and you're on Street View and you see that same thing today
and it hasn't changed
3 years ago.
White trash. Yeah.
So, or brown, either way. But I'm sorry, Mama.
Did I ever tell you about my mother-in-law's Google Earth picture?
No.
Do we need to go that way?
Yeah, it is.
We're still keeping
it's just
sunbathing picture. Is that the
no? If you look up her address and it comes up in Google Maps, it's her standing in the front yard with her dog taking a crap. I kid you
I crap
not.
you not.
Yes.
Yes.
I struggled not to say that.
It landed great. I'm glad I caught it.
Yes.
Yeah, just so happened she was in the yard when the Google car drove by, and there's her and her dog. Man,
that is
awesome.
epic.
Well, you know what? Those things
great.
aren't even pilot driven. Like there's nobody actually had to see that. That was like just the Google.
No. They're in a car driving around with a camera.
Do they
on
not
thing on the roof?
I thought they had autonomous. Did they not?
No. They
might have it in certain places.
No, they don't have that here. They
where
got a dude riding around in a Prius
Man,
with
that's
a
Carl.
big thing.
Carl the Google car guy.
Right. With a big tower on top.
Yeah.
You know, normally I'm the guy trying to run him off the road and like
Carl grew up in North Memphis. He had borrowed somebody's pee to get the job. I'll give this right back. I just got to go past this test. I don't want it back.
You know, speaking of Google Earth, I was trying to look at a street view of a building, you know, because I've been on this building kick or whatever.
Yeah.
And they took the worst picture of a building that I looked at recently. It was directly as a city bus was right in front of the building. And like, if you like walk, you know, a lot of times when you like do the little walk button to go down the street a little bit, you can like glance back, you know, and actually see it. That bus had to have been parked there for an hour and a half because every picture is just the side of the bus. You can see the top of the building. I'm like, God, now I actually physically have to
drive down there and find out what's going on.
This is inconvenient.
What are you looking to buy a building?
You know, I'm just thinking about next steps.
You're always buying stuff.
What do you mean I'm always buying stuff? I'm always trying to figure out the next step, man.
I hear you.
I'm
so when we go, you know, like when we start making our tons of money off of YouTube.
Look,
For those of you just turning into the very first video,
Right, that's right.
We need you to watch this 4,000 more times.
And we need to tell you to tell your friends, subscribe.
well, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If you ever work on cars for a living, it's a lot like being a photographer. Some days you get paid, some days you don't. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a desk job.
Right, with a 401k.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr. Corporate guy.
you're right.
Yeah.
Profit sharing.
I used to
must be
have
nice.
all that.
Yeah,
I don't have any of it now.
yeah.
You're
As he
better.
takes a sip of his beer, what
Yeah.
caused that?
I don't know.
Now we're in an AA class. My name is Sean.
This is an intervention.
That's right. Thanks.
Let me put this down. I'm going to talk about how you're messing up.
That's right.
That was terrible. You should never do that.
Yeah.
Can I have yours?
Don't do that
So the Grand National Roadster show
today.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at any of that.
I watched
Good stuff.
it was either last year or the year before last. I watched some video of that last night on YouTube.
That would have been 2 years ago.
Yeah, it might have been. It was an old one, but man, it's still good.
Yeah.
It's
It's
cool.
been last 2 years they didn't have it because of COVID.
Yeah,
But there's I've seen some of the stuff rolling in. Modern Rotting has
yeah.
put out some stuff, and I posted some stuff.
Why weren't you
or
there?
shared it with so normally I pair it with the media trade conference.
Right.
So the media trade conference is always the same week, and you go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to the
Right.
media trade conference, and Friday you go up to Pomona to the Grand National Roadster Show. So with it being online, it was like I would just be flying there for Grand National Roadster Show, which would be awesome. But man,
Yeah.
I ain't got a lot of money, dude.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, have you been to that before though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was-
Of course.
no, I mean,
I'm invited
like,
every year.
No, like I said, so the media trade conference, I would go to the media trade conference
see.
and
I
then
got you.
go there. Yeah. Hey, one time though, I did get the coolest thing. I was on the way up to Pomona.
Was it those valve stem covers? Is
Yes.
that what you got there?
Yeah. Thanks.
I don't know. I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
no.
You never seen the valve? He just pulled it out and asked me about it. That was
Right
Those
there.
are valve stem covers?
Yeah,
Yes.
I
right.
thought that was your keychain.
So in other words, he knows. So he knows
Total-
he put his mom
total-
on,
total-
seeing as how he knew that they were valve stem covers.
Well, here's what I'm going to point out to you. I know that you suspect me in doing that because I always draw penises
Mhm.
on your everything.
Mhm.
But you have to take this into consideration. One, obviously, I never invest any money in messing with you. I always have a Sharpie on me.
Yeah, I didn't
So it's
say that you
convenient.
didn't buy them. I just said you attached them.
What do you mean I attached them?
Mhm.
Wow, I feel like you have
And I-
really little.
And I
faith
want to
in
know
our
where
group.
the caps are that were supposed to be on them.
What caps? I thought that was the cap.
Mhm. There were caps that were on there.
What
that
did
were
they look
taken
like?
off
Were they white
to
penises?
have. Yeah. Wow. All right. Can we start over again?
Back to the beginning.
Let's talk about the
Like we're
weather.
not live, right? So we could just start.
Oh,
over.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we
All
can
right,
cut
good.
this.
All
That's
right.
fine.
All right. well,
Welcome everyone to Hot Rod.
That's Sean Barrington. He likes
yeah.
little phallic symbols that go on his tires. Oh, we got to start over again.
Yeah.
Man. No.
I think we're going to get
No.
back to this.
Anyway, yeah, no. So going to the Grand National Roadster Show, one year I got invited to stop at John Force's place, John Force Racing.
Yeah.
And I had the place to myself.
John wasn't
Wow.
there.
No, John wasn't there, and
Did you
and
take
no
anything?
one was there.
Did you steal his underwear?
So the guy turned the lights on for me all the way through, and I had the run of the whole place.
What did
It
you
was
do?
really cool.
Just walk around and
So what
check it out?
happens
No, I just-
when you go into John
Take
Force's room?
pictures like crazy, man. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
I feel like
Not his
it might-
house. It's
No,
just-
I mean whatever his little pad over there. They set him up there. Whenever you flick the lights on in a room he's supposed to be in, horsepower scatters like cockroaches.
Miniature horses
Little
run
horses
everywhere.
run off.
Run away.
It's not John. Run.
But no, I'll try and post some pictures that I took there. But it was amazing because I had like 3 or 4 hours there by myself.
Yeah.
Just
This is turning out to be the John Force podcast.
I know.
Right. No. John Force Groupie podcast. Get it right. If we're gonna market it, get it right.
It's different.
So
John, I still want to know about that Elvis sighting, bro. Is he blue suede shoes Elvis or fat as shit Elvis? And there it is. I said it.
There you go.
Oh, we just broke it.
See,
Yeah, that's what happens.
Javi can't drink anymore on the podcast because he says,
"Oh,
bad
look,
words.
there's another one."
It's it's a Latino thing. You wouldn't understand.
Like,
I think
So what did we do last Saturday? Didn't we?
we did belly tanker stuff last Saturday.
We did belly tanker
And
stuff.
then we made
last
the
Yeah.
somebody made.
We
those.
did belly
That's right.
tanker stuff. You guys
we made these.
worked on these.
Yeah.
To be
that's
fair,
right.
we knocked a whole lot of them out.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
we came and wrapped them up 2 days ago. and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll post instructables.
Yeah.
Instructables.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Instructables.
Maybe we need to slow down on how many you're
No, that's the thing.
Are you sure you're not Indian?
That's a real thing. Instructables.
Yeah.
Instructables.
Don't. Oh, condescension. That's
Oh.
cool. Pick on the other guy that's drinking your same.
Is
drink.
that true? Instructables?
Instructables? Look it up, please.
Look it up
Somebody's
Make
gonna
a
have to-
comment. It's an instructable.
Is
It's
that a
when
real
you
word?
shows Popular Mechanics used to do it.
To
all
get our
the time.
engineer to look at that one.
Popular Mechanics used to do it all the time. You would go into a Popular Mechanics thing. There's a guy that has a whole YouTube channel about this. He goes into vintage Popular Mechanics and he builds.
It's called the Instructable.
That's not their branding on Popular Mechanics. That's now. There's actually what it would be. They instruct you on how to build something. Instructable.
Right. Yeah.
That go how you wanted it?
You could be.
You feel better?
I might.
Do you feel
lose it.
superior now?
You lose that argument 9 times out of 10. You
might
lose
be
that argument.
instructable. I might not. I don't know.
You're definitely not instructable.
So yeah, we worked on the belly tanker.
Yeah.
Saturday.
And
That was cool.
it's starting to look like something, man.
Yeah.
The cage in it is
Yeah, we're getting
becoming legit
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, we're getting there. I'm
So-
stoked about the people showing up.
Yeah.
I didn't
that's
leave
cool.
that early, and there wasn't that much of a cage left.
You
What do you
left
mean?
pretty early.
Did you actually
You did
start
leave
putting-
early.
I
I
left
needed
about
you to
5.
hold some more stuff.
I know, but it was
right,
like
but we stay here until like midnight.
I know, dude, but it was like 4 weeks in a row. I've done nothing but be over here.
Sean,
on Saturdays.
when you
My
said
wife-
you had a hard
is
time
kinda
this
like-
morning and you were whining about getting here at 9, what time did you say you worked till last night?
3.
Lies. You said 9. 9.
What?
You're like, I've worked till 9.
I've actually never known Sean to be actually
Look-
most of
look
he's
at what
rarely
time I-
waking up by 6 in the afternoon.
Look at what time I post on Facebook.
That's Facebook, bro. That could have been your wife. You'd be like, hey, at 3 o'clock, I need you to make it look like
Right, yeah.
Can you set your alarm, baby? You know how I need my 8 hours. It's not beauty sleep. We both know it's not working.
I can
Just
guarantee you my wife is not posting at 3.
I don't know your life, man. I'm just saying it's an option. Maybe explore it. Sean came in with the worst attitude. He was so angry.
You're so
He
bad.
was so angry.
And then
this
look,
morning.
I'm not a morning person.
look,
Y'all are all
every
like up at
person-
like 5.
Every person
I
that's
never went to
standing
sleep,
in the
Sean.
room
You got sleep? That's
had
cute.
been here since like 8 o'clock in the morning. We're supposed to meet at 9 a.m. Sean shows up at 9:15, mad at us. Man, we've been cleaning for an hour and a half trying to get this set up.
I understand that.
had to go
But
buy
I
a
totally understand
cable.
that. I totally
Yes.
understand not
Go
morning
back.
people. Even with coffee, people hate life like in the morning. They need
Yeah.
2 hours to warm their engine, and that's fine.
See,
Maybe
my wife wakes up and it's like bang, and she'll just start talking, and I'm like,
Yeah, I can't do
I've
that.
got to have the
see Sean's in
ease
that.
into
Yeah.
the day.
I'm an
fine.
ease in the day.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
can't
Pro-
do that.
so the problem with the I'm ready to go, or you're in a horrible sleep schedule like I sometimes am, is like by 5 or 4, you either have to do something really extreme or you're going to lie to yourself like I did the other day, which was I'm going to just take like 10, 15 minutes just to shut the batteries down.
That's what I do.
At 5:30, that's what you do?
I take a nap every
Do you
day.
get every day? 150 years old, it's going to be tough.
I'm
He
gonna
looks
make
good
it
for
there 'cause of
150 though,
that,
doesn't he,
man.
man?
Every
no,
day.
So I laid down the other day. I was like, I just need 15 minutes, maybe 20, maybe 30. And then I'm going to go to the gym. And then I'm going to just eat dinner and stay on a regular schedule, SpongeBob style. 8 hours later.
Yeah,
Right.
see,
At
no,
2
you can't
a.m.,
do it.
But how long
Wide
had
ass
you
open.
been awake by that point?
36 hours.
Yeah,
36,
see, you can't,
right.
you can't do that. I
You
mean,
don't know my
He
life.
has to do that.
I know he has to.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying. I'm just saying your body.
I'm
though,
an
will-
over-the-road
will shut
trucker,
you-
everybody.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah,
DOT
Speed and
damned.
lot lizards.
Your
There you go.
your body will shut you down. But
Did you read the side of my truck?
Yeah.
He's got that pinstripe on the side of his
When you
leg.
own your own truck, you can put whatever you want on the side. Speed and lot lizard. I want them to know what I'm doing when I pull into the.
This is what I'm into.
I get pulled over a lot. I'm a herpetologist. I transport lizards to the zoos, and I'm really fast at it. What do you, speed and lot lizards? I didn't know that it meant something else.
Absolutely.
Nice.
My father-in-law is not going to like this podcast. He's a truck driver.
Why is he herpetologist?
Oh, no.
He's a truck driver.
You know what I love is like the hundreds of thousands of people that aren't going to listen to this, but the 10 that are not going to know what herpetologists are. A herpetologist is someone who studies amphibians and lizards.
Yeah. It'll be on Google. They'll be Googling.
A herpesologist is someone that does the other.
See, I had those mixed up.
You need to just straighten that out, man.
Yeah. I mean, they make an ointment. It'll be all right.
I don't know if it's an ointment. I think it's a pill.
Really?
Anyway,
Yeah. Is it?
Why can't we
How
get
do
on
you know that?
Huh?
All right, going back to cars. Yeah.
So anyway, I found some Valtrex in the back seat of this car one time.
That's funny.
Yes.
I did not go back on a date with that.
So Javier, tell us about the cab.
I was wondering if we were going to do that. I know it was top secret.
Yes. No, it's not top
Let's do
secret.
it. Man, I was hoping you'd never get to me.
Right.
Sorry, man.
That's okay, man. You're off formula. It's not a big deal. We can edit this later. Right?
Yeah.
All right, take two. Welcome back to the podcast. Sean is not doing the intro anymore. Our buddy Gene. Did we announce the whole thing? Like everyone should know by now.
Yeah, you can tell them.
So
you can tell them. It's for the Legends build.
We're doing the Legends build. If you haven't, we always plug it every time because that's how, when you have your own platform, it works. You want to tell them more about the Legends, Mike? Speaking to the camera, and then I'll jump back in.
Absolutely. So we do Memphis Legends. It's a show that we do. Last year we did it at the Edge Motor Museum with our buddy Richard over there. That's possibly the spot this year. We're not really 100% sure on the location. We're working on a big location, but the idea behind the Legend show is a car show that's not specifically focused on cars in a parking lot. We think that we would like that to be more the side part of the show, and the focus of the show being the people and the skills that it takes to actually do these types of cars. So this year, we've elected our buddy Gene, and we're going to take 2.5 days and try and build an entire car in the parking lot.
So yeah, Gene, like Mike was saying, was elected or chosen to be honored. He's a local Memphis. He's a figurehead, and he's a legend. I think
absolutely
in the namesake of the program that we're doing, the show is Memphis Legends, and Gene, especially, he's my buddy, sure, but I think anybody sitting at this table and a lot not sitting at this table would chime in and say he's had a lot of influence. And I've got another side story. Remind me after, because I trail off, to say that Gene and I found out we have another connection that I didn't even know. But back to the Legends thing. Originally he'd had this cab, and he's got quite a few projects going like we all do, but he had this 40 cab. And when we chose Gene, we all sat down with Gene and we're like, hey, is it the coupe? What do you have that we can jump in on? And if you're willing to let us put our greasy hands on it, and we would like to do this. And it was an emotional day. And so appreciative his wife was, and he was, and honored he was, and we're honoring. So the original plan was that 40 cab, and it was a decent cab, and we'll throw a picture of that up there. But he, in the back of his head and in his heart, he wants a 36. It's just, if you look at the differences between a 40 and a 36, if you don't know truck cabs or even cars, you'd be like, that's just a truck cab, or that's a big part of a car. Yeah. But there are these nuances that are completely different between a 36 and a 40.
Absolutely.
And they make the world of difference when you're talking about aesthetics. And that Art Deco flavor is just on that 36. And you've got this swooping line that comes up from the door all the way to the cowl.
On the bottom in the rocker area.
We had talked about modifying that. That would be a large order to modify the 40 cab. But as it was, Gene has had this horrible thing with his knees going forever, and he had surgery scheduled on the 19th. And I clocked into my regular job, and I was just surfing Facebook like most people at home that mess with cars do, looking for things they don't need and are definitely going to buy. And
we need them.
It's an addiction. But so he's under the knife. I can't get a hold of him. This 36 cab pops up in Missouri. And I was like, well, I'm just going to message it to him. And I wind up, I had scheduled some time off to go help him out of the car.
Right.
I got with his wife, Linda, and I said, call me when you're ready and I'll come help him into the house. And no sooner did I get him in the house, I sat him down. I said, you good? And it's amazing now. This guy, they put him in a twilight sleep. They did like a nerve block. And I'm not telling all his medical information.
right.
Just so you know, Gene's okay. He made it through.
Everything
and
is
I'm
good.
sure he doesn't mind. And Gene, if you're listening, you're a strong man and everyone respects you for
That's right.
But it's amazing to me because a surgery, we're trailing off, but this is important. A surgery that used to be like almost a 3 or 4 day in hospital recovery.
Right.
Even as far back as the early 2000s, they have you walking within a half hour of having your total knee
It's
replaced.
outpatient now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's outpatient now.
Unbelievable.
Cut on at I guess he checked in at 5 or 5:30 a.m. under the knife by 9. By 1 o'clock, you're out of recovery and you're using a walker to get into your bed at home.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing. And I helped him in. So back to the story. I find this cab, make sure he's straight.
Right.
Sit down. I say, Gene, are you good? You drinking some water? You need anything? He's like, oh, I'm good, Javi. And I said, did you get my message? Like he would, right?
Right.
Like, that's the last thing.
I wonder if Javier called while I was under the knife.
My good friend. Also, my knee's open. But he said, no. I said, that cab that you want, I found one and it had only been posted for 2 hours. By the time I give it to him, I messaged the guy and I said, I'm interested. I said, Gene, are you in? Now, is this legally standing up if you were under a court of your peers? Could you make a decision and it stick legally?
Right.
I would say Gene was under the influence of something.
Right. He was
Post-op
in the
anesthesia,
state.
Twilight. Yeah. Not the vampire movie, but the sleep that they put you under. So
His skin wasn't
he totally
sparkly at all.
agrees to it. I think he would have agreed to signing over the mortgage if he wanted. Like,
Right.
But he's like, I'm in. And I was like, say no more, man. Say less. I'm on the way. So I messaged that guy. And the guy says, I got another guy lined up for it already. I said, well, if anything changes, this is Thursday. If anything changes, let me know. I'll drive up and get it.
Right.
He messaged me back. He says, hey, the other guy bailed out. I said, I'm on my way.
Right.
Like it just lined up. So Gene's in recovery. I drove 8-hour round trip to middle of way past. It's north side of St. Louis.
Yeah.
And drove up, met the guy. Nice guy. And it was sitting there. It was beautiful. And we loaded it up and I drove it straight back. And I've got video that I will give to Shawn to post snippet in of Gene seeing his cab for the first time.
Really?
Yeah. And it's
that's epic.
you guys haven't even seen that.
Yeah, that's epic.
And I'm not even going to spoil it.
And that cab is in really good shape.
That cab is so solid.
Yeah.
It's got such an original. Nobody really reinforced that cab. The
Yeah.
things that are going on with that cab are just beautiful. It's better, in my opinion. It's better than the 40.
Yeah.
For the aesthetic
I
reason.
cannot wait to cut the roof right
Just
off.
ruin. That's such a specimen. I just can't wait to
I cannot
ravage.
wait to just chop it up.
There's sections of metal that are no longer going to exist.
That's right. That's
Such
right.
an abuser.
So those beautiful lines are going to be destroyed.
No, they are going to be accentuated.
We really are. And he's looking at a Bolin Brothers frame. I don't know if you pulled the trigger on that, but Bolin Brothers, not plugging them, yes or no. Great company as far as design. Their swoop up, they make a specific swoop up that marries to that cab.
Yeah. They have a cab. They have a chassis.
It's made just for that.
Bobber trucks.
But it's more specifically for that year model, 36. And I forgot the name of it, but it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And,
Very good.
We'll snip that video in there and let you see.
Oh, yeah.
See Gene. I guess that was the next day or the day of. I went and pulled it back next day.
Well, if you guys were wondering, this is actually going to be the next Legends build.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you follow us on the Legends page in Facebook, we actually chopped my Mercury last year. Well, this year is looks like 36 Ford pickup.
Yeah.
We'll make a little bobber truck, and it's going to be a little different. We're not just going to cut it. We're actually going to assemble it completely
On site.
Yep. Yes. Put a motor, transmission, front end, the whole thing. We're going to show up with a pile of parts, assemble them, chop it, and drive it off in 2 days.
And that is Memphis Legends.
Memphis Legends.
Absolutely. Hold on. We have a call in. We have a caller.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
That's right. That's right.
You can't
Hello.
do that.
Hello, you're live.
When little Michael asked about his mom,
Oh.
where's mom's at?
Yeah, we're
Go.
We're recording a podcast, Ray.
Yeah, you're live.
You're actually live on the podcast right now.
Oh my God, no! I just said the B word.
That would be Mike's wife.
Yes, this is my illustrious wife, Ray.
Hey, Ray.
How you doing, Ray?
Hello.
Oh wait, how come the tone in your voice changed when you found out you were being
She became a
recorded?
completely. She's like, "Hey, I just wanted.
Time for
I heard
sales.
something on somebody's phone about you spending time at Sean's that wasn't shop time."
All right, I love you. Bye.
See, if I saw that it was my wife calling, I'm like, delete.
Why are you saying that? She's gonna watch.
She knows. I would not answer that on the
No, it's
phone without
horrible.
warning her beforehand.
Oh no, I like doing that. Look,
I know you do. I
she-
know. I've seen some of the videos.
she's video called me. So if someone is here that isn't normally here, I'll answer it, but I'll answer it with them on the phone. And a couple of times she's like, I video call you from the bath sometimes. What are you going to do when that happens? I'm like, I hope that does happen. That's going to be
I was gonna
hilarious.
say, make sure she calls me. All right.
Wow. All right. Ray's got a fan.
I want to be here as a third party to watch that when you show that and some dude named Tyrone.
I'd be like,
that's a pretty lady.
I just be sitting there.
What video is that? Send that link to me. No, that's live, Tyrone.
No, that's my wife.
It's inappropriate. Oh, Ray. Black it out. Black the hammer out.
My bad.
Yeah, I know. I feel so bad for her. She puts up with so much.
You a very lucky
Yes.
man.
Yeah,
Yes.
she puts up with so much. She's an angel.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
for you, Mike.
she's a special lady.
Yeah, she has to be
Hanging out
to
with
deal
you,
with me.
like,
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Remember the time Mike asked, I don't think Ray likes me. And then
Yeah.
you said, well, yeah, she likes you. Well, then I probably don't have a lot of respect for her.
I know all I need to know about your relationship.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
My first interaction with Ray, since we're on Ray, she called and thank you, caller, for calling in.
Yeah.
Really knowing her on a personal level, we went to the Blyville Mile.
Yeah.
Was it last year, I guess?
That was a good time.
No, yeah, a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I had met her plenty, but first time actually having a one-on-one conversation,
right.
and it was the most awkward. And let me tell you why, because in my culture and my upbringing, and most people,
Yeah.
you don't drive another man's car.
Right.
You definitely don't drive another man's car with another man's wife.
Oh, I got you.
And if you've never been to the Blyville Mile, it's separated by almost a mile from where you staged.
Yeah.
And you guys had jumped in some cool car of some sort
Right.
and went to the actual start line where they let off.
Yeah.
And I was separate from the group, and I ran into Ray, and she had your keys,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Where's Michael?" Because she said, "It's like
Okay.
your mom when you're in trouble.
Right.
Where's Michael?" And I was
Right.
like, "I have no idea, ma'am. I'm willing to continue the search with you, and we're together, and I'll help you do this." Well, I'm not driving. You could, and that's when you had the fleet.
The 48.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
48.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it felt all wrong from Jump Street.
Oh, yeah.
Like I sat in the seat and she got in. I was like, "Mm-mm." This is I literally.
It was the first thing he said when he pulled up. He was like, I'm sorry,
I'm
she made me.
I'm getting to that. So like the whole time, you got to when you're on a racetrack, near a racetrack adjacent, it's
Right.
It's an airstrip. If you don't know what the Blyville Mile is, it's a land speed deal.
You should go.
You should definitely go. Even if you're not
Blyville,
participating or
Arkansas.
knowing anybody, it's in
Arkansas,
Arkansas,
yep.
Blyville, Arkansas.
SETA.
So the safety is a big thing. You have to drive slow, and that's not the situation you want when you're in your buddy's car with his wife. And so I'm driving. I get in it. I get in it to start it, and just like there's special things with people's cars.
Right.
You had to do something trick with your column shifter.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say I figured that out in 5 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
yeah.
Oh my God. I've had to walk so many people through that.
I asked
Yeah.
Ray about it. You
Yeah.
could call her back and be like, was
Yeah.
it hard for him to start the car?
Right.
That is not a euphemism. That is a real thing.
That's because we're from the same place, right?
Yeah.
We come from the same.
So I cranked the thing up. I'm pressed up. Like we're going 2 miles an hour.
When you
and I'm-
steal cars as much as y'all do, should be able to.
You'd never know.
If it's got a GM column in it, you can
Right.
make it
Oh
go.
yeah. Yeah.
It's a Chevy, isn't it? I could start this thing in my sleeve.
Right.
But we pull up. I'm not talking. I'm looking out the window at like weird stuff.
The
going on
awkward
way.
silence. So you turn on the radio.
There's
and
no, I don't know.
I
Even
want to
know.
know what love is. You're like, oh no.
Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. That is my buddy's girl. I will not be loving anything.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
Mikey's girl. No, we could go into some.
What's wrong with this damn radio?
Is Bumblebee in the damn car? So I'm driving in the thing and I'm pressed up against the door insert because I don't want to be anywhere.
As far away from her as possible.
Yes. It's weird for me, man. It's a respect thing. And it really is. So we pull up, and the first thing out of my mouth, and you can say it, like I open the door, I say, it was her idea. I didn't want to even do it, man.
As soon as he jumps out of the car, like I looked over, I'm like, oh, there's Javier driving up in my car with my wife. As soon as he jumps out, he's like, she made me do it. I didn't want to drive the car. She told me I had to drive. I'm like, I don't care that you drive my car. It's all right.
I never went over 2 miles an hour, and she stayed on the other side of the car. I never even touched the accelerator, man. We were putting the whole time. I was talking about the car. I wasn't talking about Ray. Look, I wasn't worried about the wife. I was worried about the car.
Javier, you have so much more respect for other men's stuff than anybody else probably in this group. So
elaborate on that. What are you talking about?
Shawn gets thrown the keys to Tim's car.
Oh no, I heard
Tim's wagon at the last show that we the one that we did Scrappy. And Tim's like, oh man, don't walk around. Here's the keys. And
say what his car is and how nice it is, and we'll post a picture.
It is a beautiful 1956 Ford wagon. Yeah. And as he throws the keys to Shawn, like I'm kind of looking over, I'm working on the car, we're chopping and everything. And I kind of see a look in Shawn's eye, and he like bumps against me. He's like, watch this. I'm like, oh, okay. So I look, and he gets in the car, and he doesn't pull to the show. He pulls up to the starting line because it's at a So Tim is like looking around like, where did Shawn go in my car? He looks up and it's like flying down the drag.
I made a pass, and I didn't launch it. I think I had a pretty good reaction time, but I really didn't stab it. And you could see the disgust in the people in the stand. They were just like, what the hell? When? Are you gonna do anything?
You gonna go?
Yeah. When you're used to seeing like, Top Fuel. I'll be honest with you, not to just bash that track. It's not the healthiest track. I love the fact we had access there.
Yeah, small outlaw track. Yeah.
But and to be fair, their culture and their spice down there is like what they call donks.
Oh yeah.
The big wheel.
Yeah.
And you're racing.
Do they do a lot of that?
Dude, that was like,
oh my God.
Was down there. Like
that was Sunday night. Oh man.
We were down there and the wheel. So there's no grip. It's a rubber band on a hard steel wheel. And you're and the start line is rough. That whole track is rough.
Yeah, it's got a good groove in it.
And it does, but those are not the cars on those wheels to be doing that. But you would see this thing skip.
Yeah.
And the crowd loves it. Oh, yeah. You're burning $500 a piece tires.
Right.
They're going crazy about it.
Well, and I mean, most of those cars, like those donk cars that were out there, they had so much horsepower.
Oh,
they would just spin the wheel the entire track.
They've really gotten into putting like twin turbos on.
Oh no, it's ridiculous. They had 700 horsepower minimum on the start line per car, and I was like, if they put real tires on that, we'd have a real fight on our hands.
Right.
There was one video that went super viral a couple of years ago at the race at Memphis International Raceway. It was an all donk race or whatever, and it was a G body that boom, the whole rear end come out, stood up on its nose.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Terrible. Yeah. There's a Camaro that does the same thing on YouTube. He goosed it, and it was on like 22s in the back. Whole rear end bust out of it. You hear, and he was goosing in front of a crowd. Oh, yeah. You just heard. I think, that's expensive. I feel the
It's like
that's all I think of too, because it's like, man, you tear the quarters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the body work. Yeah. Then Mike's getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Hey, what is
he's like, all right, cool. I got business coming in.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, Matt Marion's here. Hey, Matt. What does that camera view look like with that sun coming through that window? It's going to be that camera over there.
My camera.
Yeah. What does that look like? It's okay.
Not bad.
All right.
Good.
All right.
We'll edit that part. We're going to edit that part out.
By the way,
you can leave it in. Whatever.
No, I was going to say. By the way, this is a good time to talk about Matt. By the way, Matt Marion is one of our good buddies who does everything.
He took a crash course in engineering on the board today.
That's right. Took a crash course in engineering on the board. We'll move.
Mr. Matt Marion. All right. Matt Marion. Hey.
I tell you, I'm finally on the podcast.
Here you are.
Like now, this is a big step for Matt. Right?
And I do have something to say.
It's no pressure.
Being on this. That
get closer to the mic.
Here we go.
Closer.
touch it.
Closer.
The big black
What? No,
Thanks.
take him off the mic. Take him off
were. I did it.
See, you're blaming me. Come on, man.
You're going back behind the podcast.
Oh, kicked
Sorry,
off the
man.
podcast already.
I was just fixing. I was just fixing to talk all these nice things about Matt and his new company and all that, but now I'm not.
No,
So
let's
it's
do
all
that.
right.
That's okay. I'll do it for you.
No,
Matt Marion.
Yeah, no. So I will say that Matt and I are both going to the Nashville swap meet next Saturday, which is February 6th. Or is it Sunday?
Yeah,
Sunday's the 6th.
Sunday. Yeah, February 6th. So we're heading up there. We're splitting a table there and selling some of our wares. Hopefully mine will be in. If not, I'm just going to help Matt.
Right.
But Matt owns Memphis Shift Knobs.
Yep.
Right on Facebook. Look up
Epic.
Memphis Shift Knobs. It's really, really cool. He does a really neat vintage shift knobs with coins.
Handcrafted
coins,
coins.
medallions, vintage.
Yeah. Tell us
coins.
about your company, Matt.
Oh Lord,
Air
Well,
pressure. Hope
yeah.
you rehearsed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rehearsed a lot of this.
Did you look in the mirror while you did it?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
No, I got started making a more traditional early Ford shift knob,
Right.
where you inlay. A lot of them I use like a early vintage Ford coin, or they call them hobo coins. Just a little bit of anything on that's a coin or medallion, I can put into a early vintage Ford knob. But I did make, and what you see,
Yes.
they're on the Shure 55.
We'll put a link to his site.
Microphones. I made it's a 1940s or in the 30s Turner mic, and I took a cast of it and made a shift knob out of
The
it.
resin.
Out of resin.
And
epoxy resin.
you do the custom resin casting.
Yes,
That's
I
what
do
you
that.
do on site.
Yeah.
It's not something you order. That's crafted in
No.
the USA
That's me.
in your living room.
That's right.
America.
And
America.
what's really cool is he stuck a light in the thing and it lights up like
Yeah,
it
you
looks
said it in
so
the-
killer.
Put it
Yeah,
in the
we put a
Beeson, the
picture
Beeson
up,
51.
Barron's car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Baron Beeson's 51.
Baron Beeson's 51.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And then we were actually looking at he did two of them in red and with some metal flake in there. So it has red flake in it. And we were looking at those, they would make killer taillights.
Yeah.
Killer
Absolutely.
taillights.
Oh, yeah.
On a hot
Absolutely.
rod or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Scrappy
Little
or something
Scrappy.
like that.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool. So
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I
It lights-
appreciate that
how
you just
much
called
it lights
Scrappy a hot rod and not a rat rod this time.
I'm trying to help you
Look
out.
at you.
man. I'm trying to help
Look
you
at
out.
you. I feel like we've made
It's
some
right there on the
leeway.
verge, though. I will say it's on the verge.
It needs to quit moving your mic.
I'm working on
The
it.
um
I'm
yeah,
being
it
quiet
just-
over here,
yeah.
just letting you run your mouth, and that's how you come back at me.
No,
That's where you want to be when Jesus comes back.
it was the fact
making
that you were
fun of
like,
the Mexican guy.
Right.
you just
Oh,
That was epic timing right there.
I'm sure everybody heard that. How awesome is that?
That was epic timing.
Nice.
That was a factory Camaro.
No, that's good. But,
V6.
yeah.
Hot rod.
Well, here's the deal though. We should kind of talk about Scrappy a little bit. I don't think we've really talked about it on the podcast.
Have we?
Have we?
I
We
don't know
kinda-
that
we
we
kinda
have
tie
a-
in
I
the
mean, we
Batesville-
kind of talked about it, but we didn't really talk about Scrappy.
We,
what it
we
does.
were just talking about the donk race down there.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
she came
Um,
to fruition.
Matt left us.
Yeah.
He was.
Sean's back.
I'm back.
Nice
Nice to talk to you, Matt.
Yeah,
Nice
but-
to talk to you.
Yeah. No. Anyway, if anybody's in the region, come on down to the Nashville swap meet. And
Absolutely.
say
They will
hi
have
to-
a booth.
Say hi to us.
Well, let's do it.
Hopefully, I'll have a couple of photos for sale. I did some cool, really cool pictures at Bonneville and stuff.
Yeah.
For them.
Meet Sean
Oh, yeah.
Branch.
Those are-
Get an
those are-
autograph.
Right.
Yeah.
Get an autograph.
Get a sticker or so.
He'll sign. He'll sign your chest.
Just come after 12 noon.
He even knows what building we're in. Building A.
Yeah, they'll be down there at Building A.
Yeah.
So
First
let's do a real quick. What you got going on next? Obviously, yours is the swap meet this coming weekend where we can meet you guys, Mr. Matt Marion, Memphis Shift Knobs, Auto Enthusiast Network.
Yep.
I'm going, but I'm
You're
not going to
going.
be part of the booth. I'm
Well, hey,
gonna-
Sean Young will be there.
I'll be there. You may see
When
me
is
at
it?
the booth.
Yeah.
When is it?
Yeah.
It's next Sunday.
February 6th.
I think
February
it's
6th.
Sunday.
Next Sunday.
It's a Sunday. It's like
Is
from
it a
12 to
one day deal?
6.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very
Yeah,
long.
That's a small
Yeah.
window.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
and
10 to
it's a
6 or
really
something,
good.
huh?
It's a really good swap.
Yeah.
meet.
Tim and I are
Eight to
going.
three.
I'll check the
Yeah.
schedule. I
8
might
to
ride
3.
with you.
Okay. So
Eight to
Matt
three.
says it's 8 to 3.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. So we're going Saturday to set it up. We may go super early and hit.
So you won't be at the shop night. When were you going to talk to me about
no,
this?
I'm going to miss shop night.
That's some strategery there.
Come on, I appreciate you being like that, but you will not miss me.
Andy's. Well, it's not you. It's that you're taking Matt with you.
That's right, because Matt has the skills and I don't.
It's obvious from how fast he learned that he knows how to push buttons.
That's right.
He's good.
That's right.
But no, I don't
Yeah,
know. We were thinking about going up for Cars and Coffee.
Absolutely.
Nashville Cars and
Vegas.
Coffee is supposed to be awesome. The
Legit.
beginning of the beginning one of the month
Yeah.
is supposed to be the big one. So.
Super cool. Well, if you're in the Memphis area, of course, next weekend we will be doing our shop night Saturday. We start at 2 p.m. And it just goes until you can come and go as you please, leave when you want. It's pretty much all ages across the board.
People might make fun of you if you leave early, though.
Absolutely.
Only the next week.
If we don't do it to your face, we'll definitely do it behind your back.
Right.
So,
Actually, that's the preferred medium.
Yes.
No.
Well, I mean, you got to get in today's culture.
No, and it really is. There's always like a core amount that stick around forever. Or whatever. But then just come in, especially if you've never been before. Come in, check it out.
Yeah.
Weld a couple things, learn a few
how to
things
weld.
here and there. Yeah, I mean,
Learn how to weld.
it's a great place to come to learn how to do things, learn how to weld, learn how to use an English wheel, or
If you
hammer stuff.
if you were ever in a part of a high school and you never got to take shop or they didn't offer
that was me.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're working on you.
But y'all still make fun of me
But,
because I can't. Well,
It's okay.
It's okay. I can't take pictures. So.
If you never had that experience, I've seen his phone. He can't. Just a bunch of weird screenshots in his pocket, or alarms where he's trying to turn the alarm off and just keeps taking pictures, screenshots.
That's what us old men do. How do I work this?
No, it's a great opportunity if you've never been exposed to that,
It is.
you've been detached from it for a long time.
it is, and I gotta give Mike credit for that because there's not too many shops that'll just open up and go on in and learn.
Absolutely.
You know,
I mean, I
it's
feel like
cool.
I'm in a business where, of course I make money on cars. I make money on hot rod industry, but that's really just a small part of it. I never want my shop to be a shop that just takes from hot rod industry. I always want it to pay it forward and invest in hot rod industry. And I think that's a big reason why hot rod industry's dropped so far from what it used to be. Was so many people just taking from the hot rod industry. And when I was young, nobody would invest in you. They'd never show you anything. They were always worried that you're going to wind up taking business from them. I can't tell you how many times I heard that. Like, I hope more shops open up.
Yeah.
I hope some competition open up to me. Like, I'm not
here's the
worried
thing
about
is
that.
like, it's not like any hot rod shop is hurting for business.
No,
either,
we have
it's
too
like,
much.
Yeah, it's like,
and we don't have enough
everybody's
people
covered
that
up.
know how to do it, right? So that's what we're trying to get is we're trying to show more people how to do it, at least. And I mean, a lot of the stuff that we show, some of it is more complex, but most of it's on the basic end of the deal.
Yeah.
But our whole goal is just to get them bit with the bug.
Yeah.
Because if you get something that you're genuinely interested in, then you're going to start researching yourself. You're going to start investing in tools and time and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they can come as long as they want to come. I mean, I got people that have came to shop nights for years.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
And
Sometimes all they
don't do anything.
Sometimes all they do is
just
take
hang
pictures.
out. Yeah, they just hang out. Yeah, that's fine. You can just come
And that's
hang
fine.
out.
Right.
And that's fine. You got to have the fans or you're not nothing.
Yeah, shoot the BS with the other guys. Just do some bench racing and hang out. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's good for us or specifically me. Is just it reminds me of the whole reason why I got into this. It's easy to get bogged down on building cars. Every day you have customers that need their stuff done. They want stuff done. When can I bring my stuff? When can I come pick up my stuff? That is every day, the car business side of it. But it's real easy to lose sight of the whole reason why you got into this in the beginning. Yeah. And that was me in my home garage with very little tools, just trying to figure out how to make it happen and hanging out with my buddies and just giving each other a hard time and laughing and joking. And that's pretty much what Shop Nights is about. It's getting back to that.
Yeah.
Why I got into it.
That's kind of what started this. Really.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
It was all of us hanging around and being like,
For sure.
we were like, oh, we should record this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There we go. And that's it, So
Yeah.
it's a lot.
absolutely.
It's a lot of fun for sure.
Well, guys, it's getting late.
Yeah.
It
We
is
should get out of
getting
here.
late. Yeah.
We should get out of here.
Oh man, I had
Hey,
like a word of the
hey.
day I was going to
Oh,
do.
please,
What's
yeah,
the
we
word
got
of the
I was
day?
going to say the beauty of this whole thing, though, is we could go as long as we want to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We probably
Well,
will.
I mean,
Our
are
batteries
we in
will,
an
yes.
hour
Yeah.
really, or
Yeah.
is
Well,
that the
we're-
stuff that we need to trim off?
Well, we
because
need-
we
we
got
got
a
some
whole
trimming.
section to trim.
We got a whole
Where are we at, man?
We're going to trim
107. So yeah,
we got some
we're
107.
probably close to an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Word of the
no,
day.
Javier. who
Yeah.
cares?
What's the word of the day?
It doesn't
Javier?
really matter. We aren't on a pattern.
Yeah.
We stop
Okay.
when we want to.
Hour 30.
So you
We
go.
can do
How
whatever
about
we
2 hours?
want.
You go.
I'm
Joe
ready.
Rogan does 3.
I mean, Sean's
Does he really?
Yeah.
Who does 3?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Who's that?
Just go
Yeah, I know,
forever.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
4 hours.
Joe
it is,
who?
then.
Yeah. Sean's wife might leave him or something, but
I'm
other than
gonna-
that,
No.
just keep on going.
I'm gonna go get
Sean's
a-
wife is an angel like my wife. She has
Yes.
to be the
I
most.
know.
Yeah, she's super mom, man.
Yeah.
Super mom.
She's awesome.
Well, I'm going to
Yeah.
go put a diaper on. I'm ready to go 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Just like that
I'm gonna have
astronaut.
to
chick.
Astronauts, yeah. That psycho astronaut that drove across country.
How many
They-
more beers you got over
I
there?
got enough for 4 hours, bro.
Set me up. Let's
How
go.
many,
Round
how
two,
many
baby.
diapers you need once you break the seal?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Anyway, I'll get you another one. But okay, word of the day, and see if you know it. Homologation.
Yes.
Oh.
We just lost,
lost
a
a
light.
light.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time's
There we
running
go.
out. Homologation. I don't know. What's
Hold on.
homologation?
We're gonna fix this
That's right.
light problem right
My
now.
Yeah. Fix that
Come on.
up. Nobody wants to see Sean.
Yeah, it's no
There you
big
go.
deal.
That's both of you. All right, back on
Yeah,
task.
back
here.
at it.
Homologation.
What is this?
Homologation. Yeah, it's 5
Mhm.
syllables.
5
Anybody? You do
syllables.
know.
I don't.
Who
I
said
don't.
they
No.
do?
No.
Well,
You know?
yeah.
You're college educated. What do you got?
Homologation is putting things together. Like
right.
yes,
It's partly
Really?
right, but let's tie that to the car world.
right,
I always called
Yes.
that welding.
right. Homologation in
I-
the car world is
So it's the there's 2 different tiers to this. There's homologation is the vetting process that a vehicle has to go through to actually be
Yes,
certified as a
there you
car.
go. Yep.
Which
Right.
means the crash testing and all this. But in the cool aspect of homologation, you're looking at a race application.
Right.
So when
Okay.
you talk about these like very special edition cars,
you have to make
that
so
you have
many
to
of
make
them.
so many cars, and they're considered homologated or homologation cars. You have, typically, I think from all my reading, because I just dove deep,
Right.
was 20 cars like the GT40,
Right.
the Ken Miles,
Yeah.
that whole line. Ford had to produce and sell
X amount.
X amount, and that
Right.
amount was 20 cars.
That was just 20.
Wow.
All you need is a minimum of 20. Now,
For NASCAR, you needed 50. No, it's more than that.
so these cars have to,
Maybe.
in
I can't remember.
every style of racing requires a certain number, but these cars get trickled down.
Yeah.
They get trickled down into the general populace.
Absolutely.
And I was looking, did you know that the Ken Miles car that won Le Mans is actually owned by a guy in North Carolina, and he sometimes drives it?
Really?
Wow.
The
He was-
actual car.
The actual car
Really?
is owned by a guy in
Now I've
North
seen
Carolina.
a couple of GT40s that were made for road use.
Yeah.
And how would you know if they're kit cars versus this? There are some really impressive kits that are out there.
There are
Um,
some really nice
so-
ones. Have you seen the guy?
Didn't the Kevin?
Sorry, I know
Didn't-
this is it's kind of on subject. There is a guy. He is I think he's out of the UK, and he handmade an aluminum GT40 for himself. There's
Wow.
a small little short video out there on YouTube of this thing, and he started out initially with like a fiberglass kit car, and then he turned around and was like, "Well, this fiberglass
Use it
isn't
like a
good enough."
buck, kind of like
And
we're
he-
doing with the,
right. And
yeah.
he started making an aluminum body, and this thing he machined every little part.
Yeah.
And it goes into that. It touches on that in the short video or whatever. But then handmade this aluminum body, and this thing is just epic. It is
Yeah.
beautiful. It is the stuff
Wow.
dreams made out of. But this guy made it.
Good for him, man.
himself.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's
yeah.
a couple of cool stories like that out there. Just guys building in their basement. There was a story I saw. A guy, I don't know the car, but it was an amazing supercar.
Yeah.
He built it from scratch in his basement over a period of 15 to 20 years.
Right.
He built it so nice. It was an actual car. He had to get his basement like dug out.
Cut out.
To where he could
And he
like cut
made a
door.
driveway, and they pulled it out because it had turned into this.
Wow.
And that
we
is
gotta
what I
find
hope
that.
from every one of you here.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Invest if he like invest in the garage first.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
Sean and I need to get the building all the way done.
Well, it's kind of funny, I mean, Henry Ford, I read that story about him. So, it was, of course, when Ford was putting the quadricycle together, there wasn't garages. Now they commonly house had little workshops back behind their house or a little storage area or whatever. Or a little carriage house or whatever. But so it's said that he built the quadricycle inside that thing. Yeah. And it only had a man door on that thing. So when he got it done, he was like,
how do I get this out of here?
Oh, crap.
I got to knock a wall out.
And there's a story, now how true it is or whatever, it's been passed down, but there's a story that he just grabbed a sledgehammer and just started
breaking bricks out.
And it was a rental house.
Oh, we've all been there.
Wow.
It was a rental house. So he just knocked bricks out of that thing to get the quadricycle out. And according to the story, he was out cruising the block in the quadricycle and the landlord showed up.
Ooh.
Bricks, blah, blah, blah. And he winds up pulling up in the quadricycle and the landlord was so blown away. Of course, you got to take into consideration like
the times you were living.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, there was no cars at that point in time.
There
was a horse and carriage.
About-
This guy just rode up on a horseless carriage right here. There's nothing pulling it.
Be like me showing up in a rocket ship.
Right. Yeah. Just like landing on the building. Like, hey guys, I just built this. What?
But I think out of the whole thing, I really hope that it was him pulling back out. And it, like the Kool-Aid man, he was like, "Oh yeah,"
out of the broken wall, and that is where Kool-Aid
started.
Henry did so much, but
yeah.
So undoubtedly, the landlord was so blown away by the quadricycle, he wound up hopping on it and riding with Henry Ford around the block. He said, "Don't worry about that. Just brick that thing up wider to where you can pull this thing in and out." And
the garage was also invented. Man, that guy's such a pioneer.
I know.
Right, right. Come on.
It's epic. What do we do? Roll up door? Do we do a folding door? A slidey barn door.
Right.
Henry Ford's barn door.
Right. Get them now.
Get them while they're not hot because they've never been a thing before. Right. Tired of driving your non-existent car inside of your house? Henry Ford's got the answer and the problem. You win twice, brother.
Look, Javier has these like days of recordings from old timey radio. We were listening to it the other day on our way to lunch, and it was epic. Oh wow. My gosh, it was so good. He has.
I have recorded it.
Oh my god!
Yes,
really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
great. How do you think I get my voice to do this? It's a certain cadence.
Dude, is that how you learned English?
No. I'm here for jobs and your women. I'm willing to fight for it. I'll send both back to my people.
We were listening to one the other day, and the guy kept like over insinuating
It's the cadence.
Oh my gosh!
It's a woven tapestry of vocalism. Those guys,
it was
and
crazy.
They were so articulate. It was such a beautiful time for language.
Yeah.
Before, and you look at old diaries and stuff. You're still cracking up over that.
I'm going to be doing that tonight at like 2 a.m. It's time to go to bed. Good night.
Barry, it's time to brush your teeth. That was a little Don Knotts. Andy, I've got my bullet.
So my kids, we watched Andy Griffith the other night.
What did they think of that?
And Chandler was going, "Why does this look like this? Why is it like
there's
black
no
and
color?"
Gray? She had no clue, man. I had to break.
Everyone
it
was colorblind in 40. Sorry.
Yeah.
We didn't achieve sight of full color until 1969.
They created color in the 60s.
Moon landing, color happened. And that's debatable on both.
Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of funny.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you ever want a good time, if you like old timey stuff, which we're steeped in,
that's the deal.
Look it up on YouTube. I love Audible. There's and I told Mike about it, and if you really want to take it back and understand what a whole day of radio broadcasting was, and that was a culture back then. You can go on Audible and you can download if you have it. It's called A Day in 1939. It was September 21st. 1939, CBS, Columbia Broadcasting Station out of Washington, D.C. And it is 18 hours.
Straight.
Wow.
Straight. You get it. And it's just a wholesome, I wouldn't even say wholesome. It's just such a cool, if you wanted a time machine and you want to know what it was like, that broadcast went out.
Yeah.
And it's pure and it's uncut. and the dead air. But these guys, and I maintain that either they had stayed drunk from the night before, or they hit highballs at 4:30 in the morning as soon as they got there. Because these guys are just.
Speaking of, give me one of those.
Oh yeah, have another. But these guys, they all have their own little cadence of personality. He's like, yes, and they have dead air. Dead air was like. They call it dead air for a reason.
Was okay.
So,
Yeah.
It was not okay.
No. They tried to fill every
So
ounce
as they're fumbling around through paperwork, and you can sometimes hear it in the background.
Yeah.
And they would do like everything was so simple and pure back then. They would, if somebody lost like a 14 karat family heirloom at the Macy's or whatever was existing at the time. Yes, we have seems Stacy off 14th Street has lost a 14 karat diamond at the Sears market. If you've seen that, what's that? Someone just turned it in. Thank you, young man. A nice boy just turned it in off the street. No, Carl, I'm serious. He's wearing a vest right there. Somebody call Stacy on the what's that thing called we're using now? Telephone.
Yes, the telephone.
Let's email Stacy.
Right.
Operator, connect me to Stacy.
Yeah,
There's only 8 people with a phone back then.
who was the president?
Who
Depends on
in 39?
Yeah. There was
an Eisenhower.
Maybe
It was,
Hoover?
maybe it was Hoover.
But
But yeah,
Robert
they
Hoover?
Probably.
you're asking the wrong guy. I
they're
just
like-
got here.
Yeah, on that recording, they're like President Hoover goes
yes,
into
that's
the.
right, it was. No, it was.
Was
Was
it-
it Dwight D. Eisenhower? Or was it?
Maybe it was whoever was president. but they talk about whatever
in
he's
39.
got going
Think about
on.
what was going on in 39. The European War II was kicking off. The European front is happening. Russia's involved. Germany is already in Poland and claiming that they're
Franklin
done.
Delano Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Yeah, Roosevelt.
And you hear like the daily snippets, and they would patch that guys in.
Yeah,
Another thing is like copyright was a thing back then also, and they had to specify whether they had a band in the studio.
Yeah.
So you would hear this guy he'd be like, well, we wouldn't have a Javier. Let's just say my name's James. This is James.
Yeah. There was
And
no Javier
let's
on
think of-
radio.
let's go with Carr or James. I guess August. No, that's too exotic. That
No,
sounds
yeah,
very
that's not okay.
oily.
It's got to be Smith.
James Smith. Yeah. So he would get in there and he would be, this is James Smith with CBS, Columbia Broadcasting. The music is recorded. Yes, the time is 8:00 and we had some good news in the studio. Stacy found her 14 karat diamond. She lost it again.
They always hit these like random highs, so they're like today and
that's right, yeah.
and blah.
And then you would hear they break in. That's just 10. Thank God this is going to be interesting. I thought it was another Tuesday. The Japanese have attacked. They haven't. That's next week.
How did you know that?
If the planning committee for the news media was off just by a week,
Right.
aliens have invaded Roswell. They haven't. It was a balloon. The music is recorded. This was James.
Oh, my Lord.
Epic.
You should check it out. The point of that, go on Audible and download that. And the commercials are great. And you see the simpler times there were too. Back to car stuff because we got to pull it back.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
this
with cars.
beautiful commercial done, and it was the services that were done back then. And there's a Gulf oil commercial that pops in, and somewhere in the 8:00 hour, and they gong like you would gong your thing. Yeah, it's 8:00 on the hour. I'm James, CBS Columbia Broadcasting. The music is recorded. And they don't have commercials. Like they don't plug in. So the guy would have
They
to
do
sing
it.
the commercial.
Yeah, the guy would do it.
Commercial.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Are you going to give me one of those beers over there?
I gave you one a second ago.
No, you didn't. You
I
never.
think
I passed one over.
fake-handed me one.
No, you
This
fake
is a
handed me
mess.
one.
This is James. I'm handing him a beer.
I was like, nice.
Jimmy, don't you have your highball handy?
Thank you very much,
You
honey.
need your medicine, Sean. So it was a beautiful Gulf commercial, and the services were amazing. They would come. The guy was, I'm like, oh, cool, Gulf Oil, because it's a car thing. And the guy's like, are you worried about the upkeep on your new ride? And he said, like, ride. I was like, oh, they were pimping back then. Too busy. Service ladies and gentlemen, is important. With your busy schedule, the nice folks down at Tanner Golf and Oil will come to your facility, pick up your car, and fix it. We'll service the brakes, the linings, the drums, change your lubricants, because they didn't use oil. Change your lubricants, and make sure you're tip-top and safe to enter the road. You'll never have to interrupt your day. Like,
Right.
it was just so
And they
cool.
would show up and pick up your car, take it to the shop,
Wow.
fix it, fully service it, tune it, the whole 9 yards, and deliver it back to you before you got off of work.
Wearing suits.
Wearing
And top hats.
No, they were. No, I'm pretty sure they were wearing
It was a
those
three-piece suit.
white
Yes.
onesie
Coveralls.
right? The white
Yeah,
coveralls,
coveralls,
like
Probably.
you know,
Yeah.
like the Rodders guys. That's
Yes.
with like a little like. Actually, it was probably this damn hat.
Yeah, it was. It was. I'm sure it was.
We're not worried or concerned with litigation of us wrecking your shit.
Back then, you didn't have to worry
Right,
about
there
it,
was
right?
no suits.
Yeah.
People didn't sue you.
you can't say that on the radio. I'm drunk.
Doesn't matter.
Never should have given me the microphone, Bill.
Can we cut them off? No. Yeah. No, going back to car stuff though. So the other thing that's going on this weekend is Barrett Jackson
Oh, yeah. I saw
in
that.
Scottsdale, and they did the Barrett Jackson Cup. They announced that today, and George Poteet's old car that has now been sold to Bob Johnson.
Which one
The
is that?
Torino?
The
Torino?
No.
Which
No.
one?
The 3-penny Roadster.
Oh yeah.
3-penny Roadster.
Yeah, that was a
30,
cool car.
36. Is it 36?
I believe. Yeah, it's late
36.
30s.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, it's been around for
Whoa.
woohoo, racing down Hollywood.
That's right. That's
You just
right.
had
We are
opening sauce.
Binghamton
That's
originals.
right. We are on Hollywood.
That's right.
So yeah, but no, that was one that won it. So
Yeah, dig
Good
that.
hometown.
yeah, cool car.
Dig that.
Pinky's
buddy-
Hot Rod Shop built that.
Yeah. My buddy Chad is talking about doing a chop class in March.
Oh, cool.
Down
Yeah.
Florida, Chad.
Yeah,
Chad
yeah.
Florida
Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah.
Chad. Yeah. yeah.
We know him as Florida Chad.
From-
Was it?
Well, you know,
what's it?
It's,
beautiful
it's
things
Lucky Tramp Customs.
Lucky Tramp.
Yeah.
The way
yeah.
I met Lucky Tramp Chad
From
at
Trog.
the Trog deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was actually a fun night.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good time.
I
That
was-
a
Maybe
good
we should
time.
save it for the next podcast. We
Yeah.
can keep going, man. Like
We would
that was
do
a really
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
That'd be
really
fun.
about to wreck his shop name. I thought it was Lucky Stroke for a second.
No,
No,
it
that
is
was- that
Lucky
was me
Tramp
promoting
I
Customs.
know.
That was me promoting this week's podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone wants me to now explain high compression in race application. There's a lot of high compression in race applications.
You take a boy and you take a girl.
no.
No,
Oh.
what was really funny about it though is like nobody probably had seen Javi before that, so they had no idea who this guy was that was going.
Right. That's epic. Well, they'll know now.
Like now they know. Now they know.
they'll
They're like, oh, okay, that's one of the guys.
For
on the
those of you that
podcast.
saw me on the internet, I'm that guy. Same jacket.
I think what they're watching now, they're like, that guy don't look Mexican at all.
No.
He's not a Mexican feller.
Hey,
Hey, so if you guys are actually on YouTube checking this out, please press the subscribe and
Smash.
like, smash
Smash.
and,
Back with
and
that
hit the
smash.
notification bell.
notification
Tell your
button.
friends. Tell your
Tell your
friends,
friends.
friends.
yeah.
Yes.
Turn into a 1930s announcer by following my new program. Javier teaches you the 30s.
That's right.
He's not
Well, cool.
just Mexican.
No, it really is important for us because we'd really like to get out there and
Absolutely.
show people what Memphis is all about and like all the stupid stuff that we do.
It's not stupid. It's awesome.
It's always stupid. But
We
it's
do
great.
awesome stuff.
No, it's fun. We do a lot of fun stuff. So it's really a lot of fun.
Well,
And
cool.
so we got the Facebook page, we got the YouTube page, and what else?
Do we have an Instagram page yet?
Not yet. We
We
should
don't.
do that.
We should
though.
probably do
Probably.
that. We
Yeah.
should probably
Yeah.
do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
So-
that other platform?
Well, all of our podcasts are on Anchor, Spotify, Rumble, YouTube, and Apple and Google.
Okay.
So I mean, it's literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I like to.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Wait, we got to go back about like, all right, who we got this time? Like
Singapore.
since the last time. What have
Singapore.
we added? We've added Singapore.
And
Oh,
yeah, it was Singapore. I think that was the one that
That's
kind
my
of caught
cousin.
me off from Singapore.
I'm not
It's my cousin.
going
Yeah.
to attempt that accent.
No.
Do it.
Thank you.
It's just going to. Is Perry still here? I'm
That's
sorry
close.
again.
That's close.
I'll wrap it up on a quote of a quote, which
Okay.
is a conversation we had back from Trog, and we'll talk about Trog on the next one.
Cool.
which is I had said something to you about and to you and anybody listening or watching that has the feeling that we were born in the wrong era, and I'm spinning off the whole 1930s simpler times thing, and it was like, man, I wish I had been born back then, and jealousy of that whole thing. Those guys didn't know what they were doing at the time that it was so relevant, but I said to you, and you wound up writing it, which is, I think we're born at the exact right time. Right. And for reasons like this, and I think it's important. We're on video. We're born at the exact right time to continue the honor, really, of carrying that torch into the future and cultivating new interest in the culture. So I got a little sappy there.
I was going to say, man,
I really heartfelt.
I don't just do voices.
I couldn't make fun of that.
That was deep, man.
To be like,
well, it was
Javier got
if
deep.
it was back then, Javi wouldn't be here. And
you don't know. We were
so.
We were here. We were here in force.
Right?
Well,
how do you think the railroads got built?
The Chinese.
They were trapped. They were trapped down in
I think
Texas.
the Chinese did that. Every movie about the West I've ever seen.
And, well, it was also the Irish. The Irish did too.
Oh, so my people. Okay.
Our people built.
We've always been brothers.
I would say our people built the Erie Canal.
Are you?
I'm Irish.
You're Irish?
Dude, yeah. I grew up on Tipperary Hill in Syracuse, New York.
If you've listened to any of the
Most
other
Irish
podcasts,
place.
I was here first. 33% of me was here. Technically, everything you're sitting on was Cherokee Nation. So, how
In
you
fact,
doing?
This was Chickasaw.
Yeah.
This was Chickasaw, man.
Again, I've said it.
Choctaw.
Warring tribes.
Choctaw, Chickasaw.
No, that was South
Or an
Texas.
Indian outlaw.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
My baby, she's a Chippewa.
There you go.
She's one of a kind.
Nice.
Oh,
All right.
All right,
Wrap it
we're
up,
done.
Sean.
All right, so
done.
I think we should wrap it up. I thank you guys for tuning in to us. You guys got anything?
I'm good,
Anything
man.
you're ending on? Anything you're ending on?
Gonna be
Javier,
nice
take
little-
us out with a 1939's voice.
There you go.
That's it.
This has been Hot Rod Blues. Thank you for turning in. If you listen next week, we're going to talk about the boys in Trog. That's the race of gentlemen. Next week, same time, same channel.
Absolutely.
We all.